What's up, Yup gang? It's your boy Taxon, and welcome back to Yup Things. And today we are bringing you yet another battle video, guys. This is going to be Red Green Trunks versus Red Pan. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say that we are still trying to reach our 2,000 subscriber goal. And with that being said, I do want to thank anyone and everyone who has supported us on this journey. With that being said, let's go ahead and turn this around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with round one, or I guess this is round two, but this is the first recorded round of this week. We have Green Trunks on the left side versus Red Pan on the right. Pan starting off this game for us by playing out a one-cost battle card that's going to trigger the leader to draw a card. Trunks still kind of doing a setup. Pan started slightly ahead. Anyways, going into turn one here for Trunks starting second. He gets his draw. If he doesn't have a red-green multi, he's in trouble. Okay, so he does got himself an energy exhaust card to go ahead and charge. Swinging in with the leader. This is top 5 searching for any red or green Saiyan. Grabbing himself the Vegeta card. Of course, this card's great. You can pay 1, activate battle, draw a card, play that card, and then he will put the Trunks corresponding version of him into the drop area. And then, of course, you can combo him off, therefore creating a Z energy to start up the entire awakening process, which is the Super Saiyan Vegeta Z card. So, definitely getting that bad boy off the top 5 search, which is very, very nice. Looks like we very well may pay 1, play it, draw a card. We're going to put the Trunks from the deck into the drop area here. So, there goes Trunks to the drop. I imagine in this same instance he will combo this Vegeta in order to start this Z energy process, but we will see because of course every player does play their game a little different. So it looks like we do not combo going into Pan's combo session. They do, well, no, he does combo, he just was still shuffling when he said he did. Anyway, so it was 15 to 15. Pan still took the damage and they both got a Z energy out of that interaction here. We're going to pay 1 for, I believe this is the SS4 started at card. He bursts 2 when he plays, and then when he attacks he can combo a mono red 0-5k from the drop area. So he swings in, he's going to get his auto, he's going to combo that, he's going to use his secondary effect where he can pay 1 to untap during the battle step and gain 5k, I believe. Swinging in, did he see another? So he didn't see another 5k in the drop, but he does combo 1 from hand in order to get that awakening here. We're going to see the untap 1, draw 1, go down to 6. It does look like we forgot the rip, but I do imagine these players do catch on to that here shortly. Swinging in, that is a 15k damage that just goes through to Trunks' face there. He's down to what I believe is 5 of life now. Swinging in, or playing out the 1 drop, this triggers the leader to draw a card, gains 5k. When it swings, if it's 20k, it's gonna go ahead and search top 5. Grabbing himself a Hyper Speed Goten, which is just a phenomenal card in this deck. Paying 1 and 1 Z energy on Trunks' turn 2 here to start up the entire process with the Super Saiyan Vegeta. Vegeta swings, you really can't counter, so his auto automatically triggers. Outcome situation, he's also triggering his leader auto as well, because it's when any green Saiyan attacks, I believe. He is searching a red or green Saiyan. Looks like he's seen a fatherly, defending Father Paragus, which is absolutely phenomenal search there. We shall see if he decides to do any comboing on this attack here, because of course, he can awaken because the Z card's out, and then he can combo trigger backside of the leader. So we'll see what he does. He is down to 4 life already too, which is rough for my boy, but like not rough at the same time because he is green, so he has like a gazillion floodgates. So it looked like there he just left his attack at 5k. Choosing not to do any damage to Pan there. Pan, I mean, unless I'm just miscounting, I believe Pan here is still at 7 life, which is a misplay. He does have to take a life for free at some point, so if he ends up taking that life for damage, I do apologize there. You just go ahead and pay 1 for his Go-10 Hyperspeed. It is also up to your opponent to go ahead and catch that type of thing, so it's also a little bit on Trunks for not noticing his opponent staying at 7 life for 3 turns here. So he's going to start off by paying 1 for Hyperspeed. Out comes Hyperspeed, getting the 5k from the leader. He also draws himself, so it's a pay 1, draw 2, 20, double strike. Swinging in here. A big attacker. We're going to see if this is enough to go through and deal damage to Trunks here. It looks like he's actually going to go ahead and use the effect here. He's going to pay 1 minus the card. Swinging in. Looks like just simply choosing to not swing and pass back over to Trunks. Understanding that Trunks' main power plays are done through a rival on his turn, so he's going to try to utilize his opponent stalling out a little bit there against him. So we'll see what that play does for him. So it looks like there is the catch right there. He did notice that he was at 7, so he did for free take that damage down to 6. So I do apologize about the delay there, but everything is back to normal. So we are at 4 life. Trunks' turn 3 here. He still has his energy marker. We got tons of options here. We are green. We got a gazillion floodgates, like I said earlier. Starting off the turn with the big Gohan and Goten card. This guy comes out. When he attacks, he knocks 2 markers off a unison. And then if any green Saiyan does damage while he's in field, you get to choose to either KO a battle card or force your opponent to discard 1 card from their hand. So during this swing, by the way, he is a 30k attacker. During this swing, he does combo a Chi-Chi, which is going to trigger the Chi-Chi to draw a card. He has yet to awaken, so the backside of the leader does not trigger here. I do believe that there was a small misplay there, because I do believe when he attacks with that Gohan, he's supposed to top 5 search, considering it is a green Saiyan. I'm pretty sure that does trigger the leader's effect there, but that could just be another small misplay. Well, it's really not a small misplay. That's actually kind of a big misplay, missing a top 5 search for any green Saiyan there. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could have just missed him doing it, and it's already been a thing. So Pan starting off here by using the Z extra card to get 10k, going to 25. Or no, I believe it's 15. So that's a 30. Comboing 1, that's 35. Needing just 5k more here. Yep, so comboing that out, Z charging 1, out comes the Ape. That's going to trigger the leader to draw a card and gain 5k. Ape is just absolutely a broken card in this deck. Utilizing free play draws, utilizing free play 20k attacks, while also utilizing the skill bearing effects to add to SS4 Z card. So honestly, Golden Great Ape, just a phenomenal card in Pan. So there's the top 5 search. He's swinging in with the leader. The leader does go ahead and top 5 search now. I do believe that was slightly late. I do believe you have to trigger that on the big 8 drop. Although if it is cost restricted, it could of course not trigger. So that is up to not only you or your knowledge of your leader, but of course up to if it's restricted or not. Which I don't think it is. Honestly, I believe it's just if you attack with a green Saiyan. Any type of green Saiyan. So it could be leader, battle card, Z card, whatever it is, as long as it's a green Saiyan, it will trigger your top 5. Anyways, enough with the rambling. Triggering his awakening here, untapping 1, drawing 1, flipping over to the backside. Of course, having tons of options here now. He does have his 1Z energy and tons of energy up, so of course he could load his unison and see if that's enough to help stage some defense for the boy. We'll go ahead and see. So he does take the damage, of course. Since that damage went through, he does get the option to either make Pan discard 1 card from his hand and or choose one of his battle cards and KO. And it looks like he went ahead and KO'd the Hyperspeed, what's his name? Hyperspeed Goten. Was it a good KO? I'm not sure. Personally, the card is a threat, but he's no longer boosted. So, of course, in my opinion, I would say that the Goku SS4 on field is probably one of the more threatening attackers, considering he is a dual attacker, which also gets free combo power, free Z energy for the deck, which is just good because considering it is Pan is trying to spam out as many SS4 Z cards as possible. So the more Z energy, the better. Swinging in with a 15k attacker. This is not going to get dormanted, not going to get uneasing, but it is going to get Goku promo. This does not negate the attack, but it does play a blocker off for free that has an activate battle to choose 1 red and or 1 green Saiyan card in your drop area to combo with once per turn. So essentially it's just a free draw card once per turn if your opponent can't get rid of this card. So he does use the activate battle, comboing off the Vegeta from the drop area, comboing a Trunks from the hand. Of course, this does trigger the leader, using his leader's activate battle to go ahead and reduce the arrival cost of that Vegeta. So he does free play him through his arrival effect. He does get to draw a card, add 2 markers to his unison, as well as neg something by 15,000 power. Fantastic way of dealing with that SS4 Goku threat that I was just complaining about. So using his plus on the unison to go ahead and add well, before using the plus on the unison, he used the activation on situation reversal in order to lock the Vegeta combo in the battle area. Or not in the battle area, apologies. The Vegeta combo into the combo area, and then he used the plus on the unison to add the Trunks combo back to the hand. Very nice way to utilize some effort there. I don't know what type of interaction was going on with the play of that Z extra there, but it does look like he did replay one of those bad boys out, swinging it, paying 1 to play out the Gohan, swinging in. I believe he is a, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, in the comments below, 20k, pay 1, blow something up, untap, become a double striker. So he's a 20k dual attacker, but on the second attack, he's a double striker. Pretty good card. He does, of course, have the requirements that you do have to have a Z extra card in play in order for you to play him, which wasn't terribly hard for this Pan deck here. Just play out the SS4 Kamehameha, call it good, play out your Gohan, get some removal and a threat. Looks like we're also going to pay 1 here to active battle, drop the Gamma. The Gamma does give 10k, I believe, and then when it plays, it gives itself 5k because it's a SH. So Pan here just chilling at an easy 25. It looks like we do combo out the super combo there. That's essentially just a plus 11. So that definitely gets us there. Trunks' board definitely starting to progress into something a little bit more threatening here. Has a double striker on field while also maintaining his Gohan and Goten card, which is absolutely broken, which just essentially means that Pan cannot rely on any unison if that card just managefully sticks around, because it will just annihilate it. So going into turn 4 here for Green Trunks, this is a very good game so far. They're both playing very aggressive, and not a single one has needed to drop a Floodgate yet. So we'll go ahead and see who is the champion of Floodgates in this matchup. Of course, we are versing a combo deck, so Explosive Dance very well may be slightly weaker than it normally is into other matchups, whereas Green's Floodgates over here on Trunks' side of the field are just as powerful against Pan as they are against any other deck. I would say that Uneasing Rage is probably one of the worst Floodgates into this matchup, because like I said earlier, Pan does want to utilize as many SS4 Z cards as possible, so giving him access to more Z energy in order to swing through your Floodgate definitely might not be the best bet there. Anyways, turn 4 looks like I'm not sure what's going on here. Still doing his thing, absolutely. It looks like he's kind of shuffling through his hand, swinging in 20 double strike. The cool thing about Trunks too is, of course, if you're playing Trunks, you can leave all your energy up and just go into the Cooler Mill style mindset of just playing on your opponent's turn and creating their turn into a our turn situation. Excuse me. So it looks like we're comboing 2 cards from hand there to not take that damage, going to 25. Looks like Trunks did no combo. I'm surprised he didn't use the activate battle on the Goku there to lock a combo while also triggering his leader. So here it looks like we're going to -2 markers off the unison in order to combo with a red and a green card from the drop area. That's going to trigger the leader to draw a card, which is just a phenomenal skill there. We're going to pay 1 for the arrival of this King Vegeta. Very, very good card. It's actually overly powerful. I will put a picture of this card on screen for you guys, because not too many people consider this card when playing as Red Green Trunks. He is slightly more expensive in terms of arrival cost compared to some of the other arrivals in this deck, but at that cost, the card is fantastic. So you pay 1 for his arrival, it does have to be a red, and then you have to pay a green for his on-play auto. His on-play auto says that your opponent must discard 2 cards from their hand, and if they choose not to discard 2 cards from their hand, you get to choose anything in their battle area, not ignoring barrier, and blow it up. It does not state battle cards, which is really important into these Z extra metas. Like as of right now, if Pan did not respond to if Pan did not discard 2 in order to deal with King Vegeta of course can always pay 1 in order to pop the field spell. or not the field spell, the Z extra. Really good card. It does help turn off explosive dance. It just helps turn off tons of things in certain decks. So we'll see what he decides to do here. So the play is good. He does go ahead and activate the auto for 1 green. I do believe Pan there let that go through because he didn't discard 2. King Vegeta, of course, was able to blow up anything on his side of the field in the battle area, so he did choose his Z extra. Saying goodbye to the Z extra, now having to find a new way to turn his explosive dance on. So that was a big number on that attacker, and because it was done with the big 30k Gohan and Goten, of course he did get the extra KO there, which is very nice since he did the damage. Still sitting on 2 energy and his energy marker, while having access to his floodgates being free. Trunks seemingly in a pretty good situation here. Of course, if Pan just drops his SCR next turn, the entire pace of the game could flip over to Pan's side in Pan's favor. Pan, of course, just a phenomenal deck. I will say, though, this player is a little behind on his updatedness. He does not have access to any of the anniversary box support, so he's playing a couple-month-old version of Pan here. Of course, still having access to all the broken red cards, just not the broken support that allows Pan to be as aggressive as it is in today's current meta. Having access to a 1-cost Z Pan that just plays out the Z card cheaper is absolutely crazy. Anyways, paying 1 and 1 Z energy to play out a 3rd copy of this SS4 from the Z deck. What an astounding thing to think about. He is running 3 or more copies of that SS4 card in his Z deck, which is just phenomenal to think about because now he has access to using 1, keeping 1 on field for his explosive dance, and then of course having an extra 1 just in case you run into a weird situation just like this King Vegeta. So, we'll see what he decides to do here. Of course, his explosive dances are alive now, which is fantastic for him, but this is not a turn to set up defense. He definitely needs to add some pressure here. So, dropping down a Goten Hyper Speed, of course, is going to draw 2 cards, provide a 20k double striker body. Of course, Trunks does have 2 blockers in field right now, while also having access to Dormant. So, it looks like we do see a Dormant. Does he use a blocking opportunity here? We shall see. So it looks like we're not going to block. We're going into activate battle step. Instead of comboing, we're going to use an activate battle of the Gamma 1 and 2. That guy's going to come out, give him 10k boost, and then he's going to combo him as well. So this is a huge double strike at this point. So we're going to start off with a -2 on the Unison. That's going to combo a red and a green card from the drop area. Looks like we're going to activate the battle on the leader effect. The leader is going to reduce our rivals by 1 red. He's going to pay his green energy marker in order to play out this Trunks and Vegeta arrival card. He plays out. He's going to choose 1 card in order to negate by 20,000, and then your opponent after that has to choose a card in their hand and Z charge it. So definitely a sticky situation here for Pan. Of course, Pan in a dire situation of having to come back here. Of course, this game pushing into Trunks' favor pretty heavily here. Now he's getting a secondary King Vegeta boarded. Like I said, I'll just put another copy of it up on the screen for you guys to read it. This guy essentially says, discard 2 cards from your hand or I'm blowing up your Z extra card. A very, very powerful card in this deck, and not many people ever see it coming. So far, Pan has used 3 energy of its attack, or of its total energy and total resources here for this turn. He does still have his leader swing. Does he choose to tap himself out completely? Of course, Pan does run things like Topo and Explosive Dance, so he could be leaning pretty heavily on either one of those. Of course, Trunks is a multicolored green deck that is under 4 life, so access to things like Focus Breakthrough are a very, very real thing here. So relying completely on Topo may not be the exact best bet here, but of course we'll see what Pan decides to do. Going into turn 5 here for Trunks, we'll see exactly what he decides to do here. He does have a very, very nasty board here. So Pan did have to discard 2 in order to keep his Z extra around, so I do imagine since he discarded 2 for that, he is going to utilize Explosive Dance, would be my bet. Yep, so on that very first attack, we're going to see Explosive Dance. His auto is going to trigger, of course, which is going to force your opponent to Z-charge a card from hand. Could be beneficial for Pan, could not be. It's all dependent on how many SS4 Z cards he has within his Z deck. That card, of course, inside this deck specifically, almost acts as powerful as a Secret Rare. 2 cost, burn a damage, blow up 2 cards, and then provide a dual attack, or like something like that, triple attack, 40k, double strike. It's a phenomenally broken card inside Pan itself. So we're gonna continue to do our Trunks thing. It looks like we're swinging in for 20k. Activating the battle on Goku here. I do believe it has to be a Saiyan, so it's only going to trigger on Trunks. He's going to plus on his Unison, add that back to his hand. Looks like he's choosing not to do too much comboing there, leaving that at 20k. Seeing a super combo come out for Pan. A little unfortunate for Trunks there. He could have just activated Battle on his situation, kept that 5k in his battle area for the remainder of his few attacks here, and then had to force Pan to use one more 5k on top of that super combo. So not a misplay. I'm not going to call it a misplay, but definitely a slight better route of play he could have made there. Going into Pan's defensive options here. He does got another 20k swinging at him. He did pop the Z energy in order to do so, but if you look at the Z energy now, it is just a Chi-Chi all the way over there, and I do believe that that card's power is only 1000. So unless he combos like something bigger than like a 30k, I imagine he's not attacking with much more here. Swinging in with the leader is not taxed through Explosive Dance, so we'll see what he does. Paying 1 for the Gamma, that's a draw 2, plus 10k, that does get out of that attack. And Trunks just passes turn over with all of his energy up. Of course, like I said earlier, you can kind of take this Trunks deck into your opponent's turn with the our turn mindset, considering it's all arrival. And a lot of these cards have reduction skills on play, so you can help yourself survive attacks and all those things while providing cards to your board state, which is nice. So we're going 2 and 3 Z energy, 4, lo and behold, the big, beautiful silver SS4 Z card. This card's absolutely broken. He's going to get a boost from the leader. He's going to get a boost from himself. He's going to pay 1 to boost himself again and gain dual attack, and then he's going to activate main on the leader to give him another boost. So after the end of all those effects, he's a 40k, double strike, dual attack, on attack, every attack. He gets to choose a battle card and neg it by 25,000, I want to say. I'm not quite sure due to the golden ape underneath the card. And then, of course, if he would have been at 4 or more life there, he would have did a damage as well. So this card absolutely functions almost as powerful as a secret rare in this deck. So it looks like we're paying 1, dropping down the Gohan. Activating the Gohan effect, popping the Z, blowing up a blocker. He did overwhelm something. Yep, there it is. There's the overwhelm. That's what he overwhelmed. Okay. So he overwhelmed his Dark Broly out, getting rid of his other blocker. I do want to say the Goku, the green Goku card is a blocker as well, and he hasn't used the Activate Battle to combo yet. So I do think that may have been a slight misplay. He definitely should have utilized... Oh, okay. So it really doesn't matter. Swinging in with SS4, the auto does trigger before, of course, you can get to your auto and or battle step. So the Goku dies anyways, not even getting close to utilizing that effect there. We're going to see a super combo. This is going to be a pretty lethal strike here. 40, 50. We'll see if he adds any more combo. So it looks like we're going to give him the 55 piece, the 60 piece. Really trying to put him down to 1 life here. Oh, and activating the Kamehameha. So that's another, I believe, 15k. Well, just taking that damage, going down. Swinging in at the leader, he does have to Z-charge 1 from hand. He's going to activate not negate, but activate a counter that does not counter the attack. Play himself a blocker. Pan's going to go ahead and add as much pressure as he can here because this is his chance to win. Of course, this leader can't be negged, can't be messed with very much at all in this situation. So we're going to be able to see exactly how far Pan can get here with this attack. 25, 35, 45, 55, 60 even, 70, or 65. And he still has an energy up, so he does have the option to be able to pay 1, use the Royal Evolution of Vegeta in his combo area to untap the leader, gain 5k, and swing again. So he does have some options here. He did leave himself a card in hand to Z-Charge as well, so we'll see what he decides to do here. Looks like we're getting the combo of 2 5ks. He's going to combo out the... So it's Activate Battle from the Goku, -2 from the Unison, combo 2 5ks. Now we're activating Battle on the leader to reduce an arrival. Arrivaling out the Trunks that does neg the leader 5k for this battle, which may or may not be a very big thing for him. So he's going to pay 1, activate the arrival of the Vegeta. He's going to draw a card, add 2 markers to the Unison, and then neg a battle card by 15,000 power. It looks like we're going to go ahead and activate the arrival skill of the big 6-drop as well. It looks like absolutely going brazy, dropping all of what we need in order to survive this attack. And I do believe Pan's probably just going to call it here, considering he only has 1 card in hand, and now Trunks has the barrier blockers up. So with that being said, guys, Trunks does end up winning that match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash all those buttons for us. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers. See ya!